Oh, okay.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't really see you. Hold on. That's a little bit better. Okay. So today I want to do something that a lot of people do. I really want to read some negative reviews of my favorite books because I had this really interesting discussion yesterday with my dad about the difference between a book that you simply don't like and a book that is genuinely bad, you know? Because I think there's some books that are fundamentally awful, but then there's some books where it's just like not everything is for everyone. You know what I mean? And I think that I like some divisive books. I feel like when people ask you like, oh, what's your favorite book? Every book that you've ever read just goes out your head. Like, you don't know. You don't know. We're gonna get into it. Goodreads also is a cesspool of nonsense, and so I feel like I'm going to read something that's genuinely going to make me mad. We all definitely do have favorites, but it's not like that clear cut. So I'm just gonna pick like books that I really rated highly. So my first favorite book on this list is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Now, I read this for school, and so I already remember what people were saying in the classroom while I was like talking about how wonderful I thought the commentary was in it. People in my class were like,
"This book is garbage."
And I was just kind of sitting in the back like,
okay.
I gave it 5 stars. I just see people that I'm friends with gave it like 2 stars. Okay. 2% of 1-star ratings. This is one of the most boring, emotionless books I've ever read. This book is a sleeping pill. It's mind-numbingly dull. Like, yeah, I can't disagree with you, I guess. Cheese spilled. It was horrible, dreadful, boring, uneventful, pointless, and useless. That's it for the review. I refuse to waste any more time on this book. Okay. I can't say anything more. What the actual hell? I hate this book with a burning passion. In the end, literally made me throw this book at my door. WTF. 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 No. I want to fight, you know what I mean? Like, I want to argue with this, but I can also see where people are going because, you know, the book was written in the 30s. You know, you can't say that everything that came out of there was interesting. But, like, let's get to the meat of the book. Let's talk about what the book was trying to discuss, okay? Let's not... You're bullying my kid right now. I don't like doing this anymore. Get that this book is deep and all, but I'm just really disturbed as well as bored, which is a strange combination of emotions. So fair. But the book does kind of explore some things that are quite odd, a little bit unnerving. Yeah, I'll own that. Seriously, one of the most emotionless and dull books of my life. Okay, drag. DNF'd it. Drag. No plot and not really even characters. You're fighting fire. I think you're bitter. Anyways, I'm kind of getting my feelings hurt, so let's go. Another book that I really like is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Now, I gave this book 4 stars, but I've actually myself said some very negative things about this book because I can actually see where, you know, playing devil's advocate or whatever, I can see where people would hate this book because in the middle of the book, I actually kind of hated it. So let's read 1-star reviews. I'm crying. Even people I follow hated this. Go away. 6,000. Okay, 6,000 1-star reviews. Y'all are rude. What a load of pretentious bum poo. The Secret History is a story of a bunch of dull but preternaturally beautiful super nerds who study subjects no one cares about at a fantasy university where the only work you have to do is complete who is the biggest disaffected sulky pants on the planet. So you don't read dark academia is what I'm guessing. This is a very valid concern, but it's also like this is the whole genre aesthetic. You're gonna hate reading more like this. 500 pages of a bunch of classist, pretentious assholes drinking and smoking and talking about how superior they are for studying ancient Greek. But listen, that is the point. That was the point. That was the point for you to see how intellectually superior they thought they were. But they're not. Like, you do you. Pretentious wank. Maybe if more of them had dropped dead, I might have stuck around. But even if I did make it all the way through, I probably wouldn't see what's so great about this book or Donna Tartt. I literally can't see through the wank fog. Like, that's the point. Like, okay. You guys hate characters so much that you refuse to see why they exist. And you know, I'm not saying that I'm gilded and that I don't do that, but critical thinking, guys. So I actually like this quote, so I'm very intrigued to read her review. She said, "Beauty's terror Whatever we call beautiful, we quiver before it. I like that quote from this novel. Okay. So apparently she lowered her review. It used to be higher, but now it's 1 star. She says, lowering this again because I'm still pissed. Donna Tartt said the N-word twice when she's literally the whitest bitch out there anyway. Screaming. Okay. I admit this book had beautiful parts, but as a whole, I thought it dragged. I thought the way the story was told was so tiring. I want to experience the events as they happen, not hear about them from a rambling, unreliable narrator. The characters are so unlikable to me, and even at the end, I can't place all the characters with their key traits. Not to mention, Donna Tartt says the N-word with a hard R twice. Fucking nasty, considering she's white and narrates her own audiobooks. Oh, does she? Oh, you guys suck the life out of Mark Twain. So... anyway, honestly, I set myself up for this. I literally looked for 1-star reviews. So I hate that I'm getting upset right now because I literally knew this was going to happen. So what would be coming up next is literally 20 minutes of me screaming at people who rated Song of Solomon 1 star. And I got really emotional for like no reason because that book like basically was a catalyst to my teenage development. So anyways, we're gonna move on because you don't need to see all of my mental breakdowns. So the last book I want to do is Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. This isn't like one of my favorite books. It is on the favorite shelf. I don't know why. It's not really one of my favorite books. I think I was just kind of tweaking a little bit because I think these 1-star reviews are going to be super funny. Jesus, that's a lot of 1-star reviews. I'm sick. I hate this book. I will probably end up reading the rest of them because if I don't, people that love this thing will think they can convert me if I keep reading. Never even remotely bothered to finish this series. I said that as a joke to begin with, and I did not finish this series. Did not finish them. Not for irony's sake or for amusement's sake, as some type of amulet to ward off. I'm crying! Dialogue is stilted and absolutely wretched. The characterization is bad. I'd like to note here that a lot of these 1-star reviews are very long. Like, you click the read more and it's very long. Reading this book gave me an aneurysm. The brain damage I suffered made finishing it impossible, but I still had too much higher function to really enjoy it. I'm writing this from the ICU. True story. That's a bit dramatic. Words cannot express, but cliches can, how amazed I am that she was published, and then caused some kind of vampire phenomenon with her writing. Go drag. Bella Swan is the most selfish, irritating, and yet somehow boring heroine I've ever come across. She and Edward had nothing in common, except for the fact that they're boring. And so these people aren't saying anything that I don't necessarily disagree with. I think they're being a little bit pow-pow about it, but like, let's go ahead and say that they're wrong. Let's go ahead and lie for a second. This book is for girls only. This is the last review that I'm gonna read. Oh my god, this book makes me angry. Why is the protagonist such a wimpy dumb shit? We were all that dumb and chicken at that age. I guess teen girls like this book because it's about a smothering obsessive love between a namby-pamby girl with no personality and some pretty boy vampire who has even less of a personality than the girl. Horrible writing, dumb plot, and you can figure it out in like 10 seconds. Archaic, sexist gender roles abound. This is fun. This was fun. So what did we learn here? I learned that nothing, honestly. This was just fun. I like that I picked Device's books to be my favorites. How is it? Yeah, that's how it goes. So thank you so much for watching. I actually very much enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope you laughed along with me, or if you didn't, if you clicked off and you're not even seeing this, that's okay too. Yeah, so stick around, subscribe, watch some of these other videos that I've made. Just happy you're here. So bye besties.